Hello friends, this is 11th video of JavaScript tutorial, and today in this video we will talk about objects. Now first of all, let's understand what are objects. You must have heard that JavaScript is an object-based language. Now what do we mean by this? Objects are of two types. One are predefined, which are already defined by the JavaScript inside it, and the second type are those which we can create. So first of all, in this video, we will understand that what are the objects in JavaScript and how we can create objects by ourselves. And in the upcoming videos, we will talk about the predefined objects. Now we will understand objects with the help of an example. Suppose that you are having a car. Now the car is an object and it is having so many features inside it. So these features can be called as properties. So what are the various features inside that car? It might be having a color inside it. Okay, it might be of any color. This is one feature or property in it. The second feature can be like it is having a power steering. The third feature or property can be like it is having a DVD or CD player inside it. The fourth property can be like it is having power windows. The fifth property is its model, the year in which it is manufactured. And in the similar way, we have so many other properties which can be there for that object which is named as car. So in the similar way, we can have so many different objects, and these different objects may have different properties inside them. So here also in JavaScript, we create some objects and we give some features or properties to them. Now, what is the need to create objects inside JavaScript? The need is that if you will make different variables, they have almost similar features, but then also you are creating different variables. In that case, there will be a lot of mess you will find while you are doing your JavaScript programming. And in this case, you will get very much confused, and sometimes it may happen that you forget some of the things or some of the variables. So when we create an object, all the objects or all the things which are having the same properties or same features, they come under one particular thing, and that is called as an object. So if you want to get access any of the properties, then you can get access to any of the properties from outside of that object using that name of the object. So it does not create any mess, and it also uh, decrease the chance of getting errors also. Okay, so this is the benefit of creating objects. So how we create objects now? If I want to create objects, then the first thing is that objects are very much similar to arrays, and you must have seen in my seventh video, I have made the video for arrays, and in that video I had told you that how you can define the arrays. So here you can see that how you can define arrays. You can define arrays like this. You write the name of the variable, and this is the name of the array. And after that, you use the square brackets. You use these square brackets here, and inside it you write all the elements. And each element is get the index value, and the index value starts from 0, then 1. This is the first, then 2, then 3, then 4, and so on. So in the similar way, we can also create the objects. For creating an object, we give the name to that object first of all, in the similar way as we give the name to the arrays. And after that, we instead of this square bracket, we use the curly brackets. So let's see how we define the object here. So first of all, I will give any name to this variable. For example, variable, I'll give it as the name as car, and after this I will click here like this, and now this is how I will give the, now here I will give the properties to that that object which is a car. So for example, first of all, let's say that the car is having the color. Here I am giving it, uh, this is the first property, and after color I will put a colon here, and after the colon I will write here, for example, if it is white, then I will write here white, then I will put the comma here, then I will write the second property, for example, if I'm talking about its seats, then again the colon, and then I will again write, let us suppose it is having leather seats, then again I will put the comma, and after that I will write the third property or feature of that car object, that is year, that is for 2020, variant, variant is, let's say it is petrol. This is the object which is named as car, and for this object I have created its properties. So this is the first property, this is the second property, this is third property, and this is fourth property, and in the similar way I can give as many properties I want to give. And you should notice here that after the properties I have used colon here, and here all those strings I have written into those quotes, and if it is a number then I have not used quotes here, and after every property I have used the commas, and at the end after closing I have used semicolon here. So it is creating car object, and these are its properties. Now these properties have these values, so these are called as properties and these are called as values. Okay, so here you can see, if you compare it with arrays, then in arrays what was there, we were giving an, here you can see we were giving all, we were giving index number 0 1 2, then 3, then 4, like this. But here in case of objects we don't give any such index to them. Instead of those numbers 0 1 2 3 4, instead of those numbers we give here those, uh, these are the strings which are used to get access to any of the property of this object. Here in case of arrays we were using the numbers. For example, if I wanted to get access to this one, then in that case I will have to use the the number one, means if I want to get access to it, you can see here, instead here I had told you that if I want to insert, instead of trucks, if I want to put aeroplane, then I will have to put here one, and after that I will write here aeroplane, and instead of truck it will become aeroplane here. So if I want to get access to any of these elements of the arrays, I was using those numbers. But here in case of objects I will not use numbers, I will use those strings which I have used as properties of this object. So if I want to get access to, let's say, to the second one, to this one, in that case how will I get access to it? For example, let's create another variable, and I am giving it any name. uh, I am giving it a name like prop. Okay, so uh, var prop is equal to, here first of all I will write the name of the object, that is car, and car dot seats. Okay, this is the property of this object car. So here you can see, instead of a number I have used the string, and the string which I have used as property. So car dot seat, and after this if I want to write it, then I will write document dot write. Here I will write the variable prop. Okay, and here you can see, I'll save it, and let's see. here you can see it has given me the result as leather. Okay, why it has given me the result as leather? Because here you can see I got the access here for the seats, and it has given me the value for that seat. So in this way you can get access to any of the properties of that particular object. One more thing I want to add here. Suppose that if you are using space here to give the name of the property, in that case you will have to insert it into the quotes. If you are not using the space, in that case there is no need to put the quotes. So suppose that instead of year, let us suppose I want to write here year of manufacture. So if I am writing it like this, in that case it will not take it as property. Okay, and it will give you an error message here. Okay, so why? Because here I have not used quotes. If I will use quote here, then now it will treat it as property. If let's say I want to get access to it, now to get access to it, you can see here that if I write here car dot year of manufacture, you can see here it is not giving any result, because here you are using space. And if you are using space here, then the first thing what you have to do is you will have to insert that the property inside the quotes. And if you want to get access to this property now, then what you have to do is you will have to write it in the same form as you were writing arrays. And for that, what you have to do, you will have to write here first of all the name of the object, and after that you will have to use the square brackets here, and inside the square brackets you will have to write the here year of manufacture. And now let's save it, and after saving refresh here, and you can see it has given you the result year 2020. So this thing you have to remember, that if you are using space here to give the name of the property, then first of all you will have to insert it into quotes, and after that while getting access to it you will have to insert it in the similar way as you were doing in arrays. Now you can create objects within arrays also, or you can create objects within objects, or you can also create arrays within objects. So you have the flexibility for doing these things also. For example, suppose if I want to create an object within an array, then how will I do this? For this, let us suppose that I am going to create an array that is for automobiles. So this is the array which I am going to create. So here I will use square brackets, and here inside this square bracket I will create the object. So I will use curly bracket here, and let us suppose I am writing the properties of that object. So that is first of all this is the first property, and here after the colon I will write its value, and the value is, let's say it is car. Then again with the comma I will use the second property, that is color, and with this colon I will write here its value. For example, it is white. Then in the similar way I will write the third property, that is manufacture, and that is, let's say 2010, or let's say it is 2018, and that's it. So this is my first object which I have created inside the array. So if you remember arrays, for this array, this whole is the element at index 0, and in this similar way we can create other objects also, and this object will be at the second index. Now suppose we are creating another one, that is vehicle is motorcycle. Then its color is, let's say its color is red, then its manufacturer is, let's say 2018, or you can say it is 2012, let's say. And after that, with now I will write the third element of the array automobile, and it is at index number 2, because this was at index 0, this was at index 1, and now I will write the third object, which will be in the index numbered 2. So again, vehicle, then this time the vehicle is truck, and the color is, let's say uh, it's again red, and the third one is manufacturer, that is, let's say 2020. Okay, so this is how I can get I can create the elements within an array. And suppose if I want to get access to any element now, or if I want to get access to the any property of the element of the array. Okay, so in that case, what I will do, suppose that I want to get access to this property. So how I will get access to this property? For this, let's say I'm going to create another variable, and the variable is, let's say I'm giving it name as vehicles. Okay, here I had given vehicle, here I am giving it here vehicles. Okay, so where vehicles is equal to here, if you remember how we uh, get access to the arrays, here I will first of all write the array name, that is automobile, and after this index number. So you can see, if I want the access to this one, this property, then you know, this is the index number 1, this is index number 0, this is index number 1, and this is index number 2. So I will write here index number, that is 1. So I have got access to this whole now. Okay, now but inside this whole I want to get access only to this property. So for this I will use the dot operator here, because I had told you that we can use dot operator with objects to get access to them. And here I will write the property, that is color. Okay, so this is how I can get access. Here I will not use the this one. And now here, after this, let's see what happens. Document dot write, and inside it I will write the name of this variable which I have just created, because uh, the value of this whole will be inserted into this one, and I want to print it now. So we will refresh it, and here is the result, that is red. Here we have got the access to the particular property which is present here using this. Okay, so this is how we can get the access to any particular property of an object which is present inside an array. You can further create arrays within the objects itself. For example, you have created this object which is present inside an array, and if you want to create an array within the object, then for example, suppose you want to create the array for colors. Suppose you have cars of multiple colors, then you can write here the array. For this you will have to put a bracket here, that is a square bracket, and after that you will write the name of all the colors here, and it will create an array which is present inside the object. So for example, you have white colored car, you have black colored car, then you have red, you have blue. So these are the cars, and this is now an array which is present inside the object. And if you want to get access to it, so suppose you want the access, then here your variable vehicle, And automobiles, in automobiles you have this is in present in the first index. Sorry, it is present in the 0 index, so I will have to write here 0, and after that I will use the dot operator and write the property of the object, that is color. So let's see what I will get here. I'll save it, and what I will get here, you can see it will show me all the colors: white, black, red, blue. So it has shown me all the colors, and suppose I want to get access to any particular color. Let's say if I want to get access to this color only, so here further inside color is the property, and inside color further it has an array, and that array, for that array I will have to give the index number, and the index number of red is 2. Okay, so now what answer it will give to me. So here what I am doing, I am getting access to the first, to the 0 indexed element of array automobile, within which I am getting access to the property of the object, which is color, and inside the property of the property which is named as color, I am getting access to the second uh, second indexed uh, element. So for this, what result I should get here red color. Okay, so I'll save it, I will refresh it, and you can see here it has given me the red color. So this in this video I have just told you that how you can write various objects, how you can create objects, how you can combine objects with arrays, and how you can insert arrays within objects, or objects within objects, and so on, and how you can get access to each and every element, or to each and every property of the object. Now we will understand that how you can create objects within objects. So here we had created one object which was named as car, and here we will create one more object which is present inside this object. So let's create one more property of this object which is car, and the another property we can have is, let's say I write here Maruti, and for Maruti, because I am creating this as the property, so I will write it in the similar way as I have written the other properties. So Maruti, then colon, and after that inside this property I want to create another object. So for this I will put here this semicolon, and these are the various properties which I am having. So uh, I am putting all of them here like this. So here inside the object car, the first company was Maruti, and for Maruti these are the properties: the color, the seats, the year of manufacturing, and the variant. Okay, in the similar way we can create uh, another one here, and we can create the second one, that is let's say we have Chevrolet, and for Chevrolet we have again, these are the various properties. So I am going to copy paste it here, and let's say I have uh, these are of different colors, so I will put them into an array. So you can see here I am creating the array within object which is within an object. So uh, uh, red, then we have blue. So these are the colors we are having. and seats are also of leather and cloth. Okay, and manufacturing is 2019 and it has a petrol variant. In the similar way you can create other objects also. And now suppose if you want to get access, so if you want to get access to, let's say, this one, so if you want to get access to this color, so you can see here that it is having a parent object and here it is having other two objects inside it. So if you want to get access to the color of Chevrolet, then in that case how will you do this? For that, what you have to do is, first of all, you will have to create another variable here. So I am creating another variable and I am writing here chev. I can give it any name. So in this variable I am inserting the value which I am getting from car dot cars property. One of the properties of cars is, you can see here is Chevrolet. So car dot Chevrolet. So this is so this variable chev, it has got the access to the to this whole property now. And in now I will use this variable to get the access to the elements which are present inside this Chevrolet. Okay, because it has got the access now, it has got this whole has got the access for all of them, and I have put it inside this chev variable. So now I will use this chev uh, to get access to the elements of Chevrolet. So if I want color, so I will write here chev dot color. Okay, chev dot color, and this will give me all these colors. Okay, and because I want to print it, then I can make another variable here in which I will get the value of these properties. So I will name it as chev color. Okay, chev color is equal to chev dot this chev is this variable which I have created. And after this I will hit here document dot write, and inside it I will write chev color, and this will give me the give me all these colors now. So let's save it, and after saving it, what I am getting here is, here I have not put a comma because you know that here this whole is one property Maruti and second property is Chevrolet for car object. So I will have to put a comma here. Moreover, I will have to put a comma here also after this, so that because it is the next property of the next property of the object which is Chevrolet. So after this, let's save it now, and here we have, you can see here I have got here white, red, blue, and it is also saying undefined. Why it is saying undefined? Because I had already created another variable. So let's not write this one. This was the variable, this was the output I had shown you earlier when I had in the beginning. So let's not have that, and let's not have this one also. I want to show you only the result which I have got just now, that is of it. So file, then save, and you can see here I have got white, red and blue. Okay, so I have got access to this one, which is giving me the value white, red, and blue. And if you want to get access to any single one out of them, then here you can do what you can chef dot color, and that if you want only one of them, then you can get the access to it and give index number. And if you will give index number to it, then it will give you only one color now, and that is red. Okay, because at index number 1 you have red. Okay, so this is how we can create uh, object within objects. You can create arrays within object which are already in any other object, and so on, like this. So this is how you can get access to the properties inside it. Now here you can see that if you are having multiple companies, if you want to insert the various properties of multiple companies, then every time you will have to write these objects here within the objects, and you will have to mention all the properties one by one, like this. So it will be very much time consuming for you. So this was one of the way to define the objects, but this is not the only way to define the object. We have one more way of defining the object, which is much more time efficient, and uh, you don't have to write this much in that type of defining of objects. And that object defining is called as the constructor functions. So in the next video I will tell you that how you can define the objects using constructor functions, and you can do so many things uh, with the constructor functions. So I hope you liked my video. Have a nice day. Goodbye.